Like, I just want to smother you with love, and then you're like, I can't. That's murder. But of a wife. Is that true? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's going to destroy me. I was gonna say the best way possible, but probably not. Probably just destroy me. Hello, friends. It is time for another reading challenge. I'm gonna try and read 30 books in 30 days again. This is my second go around. I'm feeling confident. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I just showed myself. I'm maybe not that confident. I haven't picked my TBR. I figured I'd pick my TBR with you guys, look at my shelves, try and find all the small teeny books that I can read, talk about a big series that I want to read. You know, y'all know I've been on my YA fantasy kick. This is like a punch, not a kick. I don't know why I did that. I have another YA fantasy series that I want to wrap up immediately after finishing the Black Witch Chronicles, which I'm already on book 3. In case you don't follow the reading vlogs, definitely subscribe, don't miss out. And I will be doing weekly vlogs, continuing on with the reading challenge of 30 books in 30 days. I just realized I'm like wearing all black and like the lighting's a little spooky because it's raining out, so I hope you like the vibe. Let me get my drink and pick the books on this TBR. I've only read like 26 books in this whole year. So to read 30 in a month, oh, it's asking for too much. Oh my god. I have my matcha ready to go. And for anyone who's questioning, Jess, why are you being crazy trying to read so much? Girl, what? If that's the energy you're feeling and the questions you're wondering about, don't worry. This is more so for fun. It's a fun little challenge. Hopefully I don't like fail it, but hopefully I reach it. Last time I did, and it's just a really great way to get me to read a lot more. You know, I have my goal of reading 100 books of my physical TBR this year, and I think so far I'm not doing too good on that goal. So this is just a good, easy way to, like I said easy way, but I can't even, I don't know what this is. That's the word. This is how I'm feeling. The 30 books in 30 days will definitely help. So let's get that TBR going. Oh, let me know if there's a manga series down below that you recommend. I think I'm going to try and read Yona of the Dawn volumes 1 through 10 because your girl's not crazy. Not all 30 books are going to be like 30 physical books. That's just, I just know myself. The last week is going to be when I'm stressed, crying, have only read a few books, and then try and power through 30 in 1 week, you know what I mean? To avoid that, I'm just going to put some manga on my TBR. Yona of the Dawn is what I'm feeling. Let me know if you have any manga recommendations below. Okay, this is so far the little stack I have formed to quickly talk about all of these little books. I have Genesis, which is a book my family all read in high school, and I just didn't partake because I was like, reading? But then I saw this in one of those little free library stand houses. It was a cute little free library thing. I grabbed it and gave back a different book, and I was like, is it my time to finally read this? It's a pretty short book. It is 150 pages, so I definitely think this should be on my TBR. And the first sentence is, Annex moved down the long corridor. A person named Annex. Interesting choices already. So this is book 1. I almost fell, my god. Ooh, book 2, you might have seen me read the first of this book, but it's Black Girls Are Magic. Just kidding. Black girls must be magic. Not me reading the title wrong, sorry. So this is the sequel to Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. This book is shorter than the first book. The first book was around 350 pages. This one is around 250. So definitely shorter. I think the audiobook is only like 3 hours. So I could definitely power through. I'm very excited. Oh, and I can't read the first sentence to you because it's the sequel, but an amazing adult contemporary story about grief, love, and there's a powerful friend group in here. It talks a lot about race. A lot of great conversations. Highly recommend this series. Next book. Vina would be so proud of me. It's going to be Pursuit of Truth by K.D. Richards. This is a romance. I think the romance is between like a CEO and a bodyguard. and the CEO is being like threatened to be like murdered. The bodyguard comes in and saves her, so it just seems really fun. Of the same vein, I have another romance that I could possibly read. Also, Vina gifted me this. Thank you, Vina. I'll link her channel down below. The Cowboys Claim. So I believe it's between a cowboy and an actress. Two very short romances. So this is around 240 pages. This one's about 280. The first sentence of Pursuit of the Truth is: goosebumps tingled over Nadia Shelton's arms and neck as she exited her apartment building because she's being chased. And the first sentence of The Cowboys Claim, which sounds interesting. Ain't nobody claiming me, but okay. Okay, chapter 1. It was perfect riding weather at Tinbridge Horse Stable. This is gonna be very country. This next book has been on my TBR for so long, and it's When They Call You a Terrorist. A poetic and powerful memoir about what it means to be a black woman in America and the founding of the movement that demands restorative justice for all in the land of the free. Black Lives Matter. I love it. So this is a memoir. I don't tend to read memoirs. I'm really bad at it, but I do want to get into it. So I've heard many of you in the comments below say that this is your favorite book. I need to hop on it. I need to do it. Let me go to chapter 1. I write to keep in contact with our ancestors and spread the truth of our people. That was the first quote. And the first sentence is: days after the election of 2016, Aisha sent me a link to a talk by astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Interesting. I'm very excited to read this memoir. Out of all memoirs, I'm like, okay, let's read this. It's short. It's around 240 pages. On the list. Next one is Freshwater by Kweka Emezi. I've been needing to read this forever. I think I got my hands on it last year, but I've been wanting to listen to the audiobook forever. I think Kweka Emezi narrates their audiobook for this. I'm not sure, but it's something I've been wanting to read for a very long time. Let me read the first sentence for you. The first time our mother came for us, we screamed. It's a very daunting first sentence. Okay, and I believe, yep, around 230 pages. So a short read, and I think this one's going to be really good. I've heard a lot of great things. Next on the short book list, we have Bookish and the Beast, which is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast with book nerds. Ashley Poston has a whole trilogy about like fairy tale retellings but made contemporary. I really enjoyed Geekerella. I did not enjoy that second one that the title literally escapes me. Something in the Fangirl. I didn't enjoy that one, but if you want queer romance, this is a fun series. If you like fandoms, nerdy references, I highly recommend. It's a fun time, definitely. So let me check out the first sentence for you. Okay, Rosie. Whenever you think your love life sucks, just remember that I fell in love with a boy whose name I didn't know. You sure you in love? Are you sure? Okay, and this one is about 300 pages long. So hopefully a fast read. The audiobook I believe is 6 hours. Last book I have on my short list is Front Desk by Kelly Yang. This is a book I have been meaning to read for a very long time. A fun middle grade. I think Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin has mentioned this as one of his favorite middle grades. Very fun. I think it's about a girl who runs the front desk of a like inn or motel or hotel. She's running the front desk and trouble ensues. The first sentence is: my parents told me that America would be this amazing place where we could live in a house with a dog, do whatever we want, and eat hamburgers till we're red in the face. Just kidding, it's not. We're all in debt. So far this is the stack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. Which in a normal good reading month, this would probably be all that I read. Next, I have some series that I want to finish that I have audiobooks for, so I definitely think I can. First being War Girls and Rebel Sisters by Tochi Amabochi. I really like this. It's a futuristic sci-fi story. Two sisters. I think Nigeria's at like the brink of war. Bad stuff's happening, but like one sister has like a like robotic arm. It gets really scientific because she's also like flying little jets, and like the air is polluted, and there's all these forms of technology that just mind-blowing, you know, at least for me. I really enjoyed the first book and I haven't actually gotten to the second one, so I definitely want to check out these two, but they are thicker books. I do have the audio book for them, but you know, 15-hour audiobook is still really long. So the first sentence of War Girls is Chapter 1, Southeastern Nigeria, April 2172. The first thing Oni does every morning is take off her arm. And it's Onyii. I think it's Oni, but I might be wrong. So the first thing she does every morning, gotta take off that arm. You see it? I feel like I'm gonna love this duology and I just need to finish it. Next is Redemption by Jordan Ifuko, which I've had the advanced reader copy for so long. I still have my bookmark in it. I made it 116 pages in. I love it. I just haven't finished it yet because I'm a bad reader. Can't read the first sentence to you. I'm not going to be rereading Raybearer, the first in this series, just because I have already read it twice now. So I don't feel like I need a refresher, but I just need to finish this. You know what I mean? I need to do my job. I need to do my job. Read this book. The next series I really want to finish is Daughters of Miri. So I have the first and second book. The first book was a Brown Girl Book Club pick like 2 years ago, and the sequel came out to the duology, which I'm very excited for because I did enjoy Daughters of Miri, so I can't wait to finish out the series. This one is definitely a kind of high fantasy world. Two twin sisters separated at birth hold magical ash power, you know what I mean? I think one grows up as like a princess and someone else grows up kind of impoverished, if I remember correctly. I also don't remember very well. So that's why I need to reread this first one. Whereas Raybearer I've read twice, annotated heavily, thoroughly enjoyed. This one I haven't picked up in like 2 years and I've only read once. So let me check out the first sentence with you guys. Chapter 1, The Black and the Gold Oracle. He stood outside the cave and took a deep breath, but the fresh night air did nothing to calm him. This series is also pretty long. 300 pages for each book. But I think the audiobook is still like 14 hours long. Again, probably not the best to put on this TBR, but I really want to finish it. So I feel like this is the perfect time. It'll help me like actually finish this duology. Let me see how many books I have now on my little TBR stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, this 13 books. Let's pick 7 more. That's so many books. I forgot to mention the big fantasy YA series that I want to continue after finishing The Black Chronicles, which, shout out if you're watching this and you started reading that series because of me. I am so happy. I really hope you're enjoying it. There's been a bunch of people who have DM'd me on like Twitter and Instagram saying they started reading it. I hope you enjoy it to the fullest extent that you can. If you like YA fantasies, you'll love The Black Witch Chronicles. Now let me grab the next YA fantasy series that is large and in charge, but I hope to finish in April. And it is this beautiful stack. You probably can't see because they're a little pale, but it is the Ember and the Ashes series by Saba Tahir. I have read An Ember in the Ashes probably 3 times, A Torch Against the Night twice, and A Reaper at the Gates once. So I am going to reread them all so that way I can finish A Sky Beyond the Storm. Oh my god, this probably a mistake. How am I supposed to read all of this in 30 days, let alone tackle all the other books that I have on my TBR in addition to this? Pray for me. But I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite series and I can't wait to finish it out. It's going to destroy me. I was gonna say the best way possible, but probably not. Probably just destroy me. Let's check out the first sentence of An Ember in the Ashes. My big brother reaches home in the dark hours before dawn, when even ghosts take their rest. Wonder why he's out so late. We all know, right? That puts me at 17 books. I'm gonna add 3 more physical books to this TBR, and then we all know those last 10 are mangas. It's gonna happen. I have some possible classics that I could read, or I have contemporaries that I could read. I'm leaning towards contemporaries because I feel like they'll be easier to kind of fly through. Okay, I couldn't just pick contemporaries, so I picked 2 contemporaries and 2 classics. Let's start off with the classics. Ooh, this stack is wobbling. Oh no. The 2 classics I have on my TBR, my physical TBR, that I'd like to read possibly, is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen and 1984 by George Orwell. I didn't read a lot of the books assigned to me in high school. I hated reading in high school. I've only recently, while having this YouTube channel, have found my love for reading. So now I feel very inclined to read all the classics because I'm like, I probably missed out. And I do have the audiobooks for both of these classics, so that'll definitely help me. Okay, chapter 1. It is a truth universally it is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife. Is that true? I don't think so. I don't think so. Ooh, I'm so hyped for this. I love dystopians, so I feel like this is gonna be great. I know 1984 is a giant, like, well-known book and everyone and their mothers read it. It's a classic. People read it for school, yada yada. I didn't. I was a bad student. I didn't do none of that. I barely did my homework. If you're watching this, do your homework. It establishes a great habit for life because you know what? You're always gonna have work to do, even out of school. So it's good to get into the habit of just doing the work and not procrastinating, because now I have a habit of procrastinating, which makes life just fun. Hard when it doesn't need to be. That's what really happened. The first sentence: it was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. Oh, lastly, I have 2 contemporaries in addition to all the other smaller contemporaries. These ones aren't like too long. Well, I guess this one's like 400 pages. And this one is 320. So these are both above the 300 page mark, so I wouldn't count them as a short book, but I'm so excited. So this one is The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris? Yeah, Brittany Morris, who wrote Slay, which I really enjoyed. And then I have Julie Winter's Right Where I Left You. These are 2 contemporaries I've been very excited to read, so let me read you the first sentence. Look how cute. This whole book just radiates cuteness, and I just can't. You know how you like see a cute dog and you're just like, I just want to smother you with love, and then you're like, I can't. That's murder. But it's so. Chapter 1. Spoiler alert. I'm in love with 2 boys. The vibes. The vibes. It's just radiating the vibes. And lastly, The Cost of Knowing, which I think is more sci-fi adjacent and urban sci-fi, if you will. Let's see. First sentence. Ooh, the first excerpt is: the curse of knowledge, a cognitive bias that occurs when an expert in a particular subject communicating with a novice is unable to explain a concept in simple terms that the novice can understand due to the expert's experience. Yeah, this definitely has a sprinkle of sci-fi in it, 100%. But I love that. Chapter 1, sentence 1. I pick up the ice cream scoop and the vision begins. Oh, this is That's So Raven. I forgot about that. That's So Raven vibes. He like, it's the future I can see. But then I think he witnesses his brother almost dying. So then he tries to save him. Intense. And just like that, I have 21 of my physical books on my TBR. And again, the last like 9 or 10 books are going to be mangas because I'm not crazy. Or am I? Because this is intense. Thoughts and prayers in the comments below. If you made it to the end of the video, leave below this emoji so I know you're the real MVP, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the weekly vlogs of me obsessively trying to read 30 books in 30 days. Whew, April is going to be a fun time. And also let me know in the comments below, which book do you think I should start with first? Do you think I should start with the smaller books first? Bigger books first? What's your strategy? What do you think? It'll help me think better as the week approaches at April 1st. See what I gotta do. Gotta be strategic.